Hey everybody, welcome back to an episode of the 3 Count. No super. This is a singular episode. I'm here today to talk about NXT from May the 27th. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and start this. Let's go ahead and start this out. We kicked off the show with the interim Cruiserweight Championship tourney action as the ultimate finals of Block A was a triple threat match. It was Drake Maverick taking on Kushida, taking on Jake Atlas. Of course, all three men were tied at 2-1, which led to this match. Of course, last week Drake Maverick did the unthinkable and he defeated Kushida. Yeah, this was just an absolute dynamic match. Of course, Drake Maverick he was getting his arm worked thoroughly over, despite getting it thoroughly worked over last week. The finish came down to Kushida countering Jake Atlas's Rainbow DDT into an armbar. Well, Drake Maverick slipped into the ring and pinned Kushida. Referee counted 3, even though Jake Atlas was tapping out. So Drake Maverick won the match by pinfall. Referee did not see the tap, and the referee decision stood. Of course, Drake Maverick was just like, yeah, I won, but I didn't want to win that way. Kushida was beside himself, and El Hijo de... If I can get my words together. El Hijo de Fantasma, there we go, came out and just shook Maverick's hand and said, good luck. Later on down the show, they replayed the footage showing Jake Atlas had tapped. And Drake Maverick basically said, I have loads of respect for Kushida. I wanted to beat him, but not that way. And then Kushida rolls up and he's just like, what happened, happened. Go win. And Drake Maverick's, well, like I said earlier, I have all the respect in the world for you. So when I win that title, you're first in line. Because she's just like, all right. And then Drake Maverick is just ballistic. He got that off his chest, and he's just like, yeah, I did it. I'm still alive in this tourney. Next we had the reconfirmation, there we go, that Charlotte will defend her NXT Women's Championship against Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley at TakeOver in Your House. Then we had the first ever Johnny Gargano Open Invitational, where basically he's going to pick some random people to beat up on. First one is some guy named Adrian Alanis. Gargano beats him, no surprise. Immediately after the match, there was a video from Keith Lee and Mia Yim, basically mocking dinner with the Garganos, and it was just it was Mia Yim doing things, and just Keith Lee is just perplexed. Meanwhile, Mia Yim was taking shots at Candice and Johnny. They did the whole transition thing where it goes from goofy, lighthearted to just absolute sinister, except for this time they replaced it with a fart noise, which is, I liked it. I thought it was funny. And Keith Lee's just like, well, what are you doing? What is the purpose of that? She even does the whole evil flashlight kind of thing. And she hands it to Keith Lee. She's like, go ahead, try it. Keith Lee just, he flashes a light, like, okay, now I'm blind. Then he goes, well, what's for dinner? I'm hungry. Mia Yim also takes a jab at Candace. She's just like, oh, I'll serve dinner the same way Candace does. Take out! And then there's a knock on the door, which Keith Lee replies, that's oddly convenient. And then in walks Tegan Knox playing Pizza Girl. Yeah, she was delivering a pizza to them. She opens up the box. She's like, well, you know what? I'm just going to take one for the road. And there was like only 2 slices in the box, and she takes one. Keith Lee's just like, what is... I can't eat just one slice. You know, it was a nice, fun parody. And then, yeah, later on in the show, it was announced that Johnny Gargano will take on Keith Lee at In Your House for the NXT North American Championship. Meanwhile, Mia Yim and Candice LeRae will do battle on this upcoming week's edition of NXT. Next we had Raquel Gonzalez taking on Shotzi Blackheart. Of course, the whole story of this match was Shotzi was using her speed advantage to throw Raquel Gonzalez off her game. Meanwhile, Dakota Kai was messing with Shotzi's mini tank, and Tegan Knox came out to even the odds. Until Candice LeRae came out and beat up on Mia Yim on Tegan Knox for involving herself in her and Mia Yim's business. I can't talk today. So Raquel Gonzalez got the victory with a powerbomb. Next we had Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley taking on Charlotte Flair and a mystery partner of her choice, Chelsea Green of Robert Stone brand. This was an alright match. Of course, during the match, Chelsea Green accidentally chops Charlotte, but that doesn't infringe on their mutual partnership. Then towards the finish, Chelsea Green shoves Charlotte out of the way, takes a bullet for her, and allows Charlotte to get a victory with, allows Charlotte to stay in the match. Then there was a miscue between Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai, which allowed Charlotte to take advantage of the confusion and pin Io Shirai with her feet on the ropes. Next we had a shot of just pure money, pure liquid gold, otherwise known as Marcel Barthel. And Fabian Eichner, of course, the new NXT Tag Team Champions, Imperium, basically talking about how they're, going to run rugshot with their NXT championships, how they're going to beat up on Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan because the ring is sacred. Then there was a Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan promo where they talked about how they came together because they kicked the literal shit out of each other. And apparently they're next to challenge for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Next we had Tommaso Ciampa taking on Leo Ruff. Of course, Ciampa was distracted by Scarlett, who was at ringside. And Tommaso Ciampa had more of a go with Leon Ruff than Karrion Kross did. Of course, Karrion Kross just kind of annihilated Leon Ruff. Ciampa got the victory with the fairy tale ending, no surprise. Afterward, we had Karrion Kross. We had just his vicious looking mug on the TV on the screen, and he promised that at Takeover in your house, he's going to make Ciampa feel something he's never felt in his life. So who knows what that could be? There was a negotiation between Adam Cole, baby. I'm so sorry. Let me put a little bit more respect on that name. The longest reigning NXT champion in the brand's history, clocking in today in exactly 1 year, just 365 days. Adam Cole, baby, had negotiations with William Regal. Of course, Adam Cole basically wanted nothing to do with the Velveteen Dream at Takeover in your house. And William Regal said, no, not going to happen. Velveteen Dream has a right to challenge for that title just like anybody else does. And Adam Cole just kind of, he starts, throwing a fit, and William Regal remarks, come on, Adam, you're supposed to be champion, not some whiny little baby. Of course, then Adam Cole just gives in. He's like, all right, fine. I'll take on Velveteen Dream in your house. But if he loses, that's it. He can't challenge for the title no more. He's done. William Regal then, agrees to it. So then that leads us to our main event. As not Full Sail, sorry. The Performance Center just rang out into a chorus of "You Sucks" as Kurt Angle made his appearance at the Performance Center to referee the first ever Fight Pit match. Of course, this match was a steel cage like structure with a scaffolding around the top of the cell. Of course, this was between Matt Riddle, a very game looking Matt Riddle, hardly any smiles, as he took on Timothy Thatcher. Now, this was just an absolute fast and furious brawl. They were just looking to maim each other. Matt Riddle kicked Timothy Thatcher in the face early on, and Timothy Thatcher lost some teeth. Now, we don't know if it's shoot or if it's, a work. But he lost some teeth. He was, just pouring blood from the mouth. He got examined by one of the medical professionals on the outside of the cage, and, he just kind of looked like a frothing animal. But they beat the hell out of each other inside the ring and on top of the scaffolding. However, Timothy Thatcher got the victory with a rear naked choke, forcing Matt Riddle to tap out. Of course, the only way to win a fight pit match is to nap or tap. So yeah, that is it for the the May 27th edition of NXT. So with that being said, if you miss Rod and his opinions, he has a podcast. Go check it out. Prime Talk with Rodimus Prime on the CastBox app. Go check it out. That being said, I'm War Machine Ninja, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.